Have you ever felt you weren't smart enough, good enough, or capable enough to accomplish what is important to you? You may be making a career change or starting a new business. Maybe you're starting over or are moving to a new city. Or maybe you're just struggling to put one foot in front of the other following a life change. If you're feeling self-doubt, you're not alone. In this video, we'll discuss some tips to help you overcome self-doubt so you can start living a richer life. Hello, my name is Kristen Clark. I'm a certified Axiogenics coach with Insight Coaching, and I help leaders uncover the thinking that is sabotaging the results they desire, and with some simple changes in their perspective, help them make their lives work much better. If you're struggling through a big change or transition and are plagued with self-doubt and limiting thoughts, I can help you identify your strengths so you can overcome self-doubt. See the link below to schedule a free introductory session with me. And if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe below. So first, we'll start with understanding self-doubt. Self-doubt is a lack of confidence in your abilities or decisions to handle whatever is happening. Self-doubt can be triggered by a variety of factors and life experiences, such as a past failure, negative feedback, societal pressure, or a sudden change in your life circumstances. Maybe you're making a career change, or you just got promoted. Or maybe you just want to be good in your current role and you're struggling with self-doubt. Perhaps you're starting a new business and you're struggling with, everything. Or maybe something changed in your life and you're starting over and you're feeling unsure and uncertain. Self-doubt can make you feel like an imposter, or you don't belong, or maybe you don't deserve something. It can cause you to second guess yourself or compare yourself to others. It might cause you to worry about what others think. And while self-doubt is a very normal, common experience, it can hold you back and paralyze you from taking action and even sabotage you from living your life. In understanding how self-doubt affects you, it may be helpful to understand that your feelings of self-doubt may be chronic or acute in nature. For a person who is usually confident, an episode of self-doubt may be brought on by a sudden change in life circumstances, and it may cause you to question your skills or abilities. In this case, it's likely that your cause of self-doubt is an acute but temporary emotion. On the other hand, if your self-doubt has plagued you throughout your lifetime, it's more likely a chronic condition. It will take more time and effort to overcome your feelings of self-doubt, and you may need to seek the help of a coach or a therapist to help you get the results you desire. In either case, self-doubt causes you to question yourself and your ability and makes moving forward in life more difficult. The good news to remember is that self-doubt is caused by your thinking, and most likely it's not accurate, true, or kind. And as with most things in life, you can either let self-doubt limit you, or you can learn to overcome self-doubt to tackle your challenges and achieve your goals. Tip number 1, acknowledge your feelings and negative self-talk. The first step in overcoming self-doubt is to acknowledge your feelings and recognize your own negative self-talk. Again, it's normal to feel scared, unsure, or even anxious when you're facing a change in life circumstances. Whether you chose that big change or that change chose you, you will probably feel like you're on a roller coaster of emotions. Your feelings of self-doubt or confidence may ebb and flow. And just when you think you've got a handle on it, another wave hits you. This is normal. You're adjusting to change, and this is just going to take some time. What's important is not to let those feelings control you. Secondly, learning to recognize your negative self-talk and limiting beliefs is helpful in raising your awareness around self-doubt. This kind of thinking just pops up in your mind when you're facing a new challenge or adjusting to a big change. It might sound something like this. Who do you think you are? You're not smart enough to tackle that. Or you don't have enough experience to handle this. These kinds of thoughts and feelings can cause you to question your ability and your confidence, can make you feel small, can hold you back, or even sabotage your efforts. Once you've identified your negative self-talk and limiting beliefs, challenge them. Ask yourself, are these thoughts even accurate or true? Is there any evidence to support them? Often your limiting beliefs are based on false ideas. When you are being triggered by your limiting thoughts and beliefs, consider how they make you think and how they make you feel. By identifying your negative thoughts and your feelings of self-doubt, you increase your self-awareness. And I'm going to warn you that sometimes increased self-awareness, it doesn't feel so good. You may begin to notice all kinds of unkind things you say to yourself. However, as you get better at recognizing your thinking, you'll be able to quickly shift your awareness to thinking that's more helpful to you. Remember, be kind to yourself. Change can be difficult even when you choose the change. Tip number 2, focus on your strengths. We all have unique skills, talents, and abilities that make us unique. The best way to overcome self-doubt or any negative thinking pattern you want to change is to focus on your strengths. These are talents or ways of thinking that come naturally to you. Sometimes so naturally, you don't even think of them as unique. If you struggle with identifying your unique talents, you might seek help from family, friends, colleagues, or an Axiogenics coach who can help you identify them. The people who know your strengths can support you and can remind you of your abilities and offer you constructive feedback. They can provide you with different perspectives, inspire you, and can help keep you accountable. Make a list of your strengths and remind yourself of them anytime you're feeling self-doubt. Learning to focus on strengthening your strengths is key. Also, a special note, if you're learning to adjust to a new normal following an accident or illness, recognizing your strengths may be especially challenging. You may not be able to do all the things you did the way you did them before. In this case, you might need to seek the help of a professional who can help you assess and determine your strengths. You may need to learn to do some things differently. And as with many changes, be kind to yourself as you learn to adjust and adapt. Lastly, focusing on your strengths requires that you learn how to be more present. You see, self-doubt is rooted in the past, where you are mulling over what you did or what you said, or worrying about things you have to do in the future. But learning to ask and answer the central question of life, love, and leadership will help you focus your attention on being in the present. The question, what choice can I make and action can I take in this moment to create the greatest net value, forces you to focus your attention in this moment, to think about your options right now, and it supports you in making more good decisions. Asking yourself this question frequently helps you stay present and focuses your attention on what you can do now. If you'd like to learn more about the central question, watch my video on becoming more valuegenic or see the resources for a link below. Tip number 3, take action. In asking and answering the central question, you ground yourself in the present moment. Deciding on the best choices and actions you can take in this moment are one of the best ways of overcoming self-doubt. Instead of getting stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and worry, take action towards your goals. Break your goal into small, bite-sized chunks and focus on taking one step at a time. Make a list if that makes you feel better and cross them off as you accomplish them. It's okay if you don't have everything figured out yet. Even messy action is progress. By taking small steps, you learn to build momentum and confidence. You can also learn from your mistakes and adjust your course as needed. It's also important to celebrate your success, no matter how small. Celebrating your successes can boost your confidence and motivate you to keep going. Celebrate in small or big ways. Give yourself permission to pause and reflect on what you've learned. Share your success with your friends and family, or give yourself a public shout out on social, or treat yourself to something special, like a pair of red shoes. So when you're faced with a big change or major transition in your life, remember that self-doubt is a normal part of the process. Take some time to acknowledge your feelings and identify your limiting self-beliefs. Next, focus on your strengths, which might require the help of your family, friends, colleagues, or a coach that you trust. And if your health has changed, you may need to relearn and adapt to make the most of your new strengths. Ground yourself in the present moment by asking yourself the central question of life, love, and leadership. After all, the present moment is the only time that you can make choices and take action. Ultimately, learning to overcome self-doubt to achieve your goals is your choice. It's okay to make mistakes and experience setbacks along the way. After all, the choice of living a richer life is a journey. If you're struggling with a big change or transition in your life and are plagued with self-doubt and limiting beliefs, I can help you identify your strengths so you can overcome self-doubt and achieve your goals. See the link below to schedule a free introductory session with me.